It's the time for the package from China. Let's go! Hey, it's awesome that you're tuning in. So in today's video, we are going to take a close look at the TV action game. It's kind of funny if you think about it. They couldn't really get a name. There's more like, hey, we have TV, we have action, and we have a game. Let's call it that. Including 99 games, and this is in my native language, the Dutch language. Inclusief 99 videogames. Aansluiten en spelen maar. In other words, plug and play. The package, oh man, I love these descriptions and stuff that they put on here. This is not your typical light gun, no my friends, this is the laser gun. And an inclusive extra joypad, and it's ready to use on any television. Don't you love it that they're giving you the CRT? Because this thing is quite old. At the back we're going to get an overview of everything that needs to be in the box, so let's see if the seller gave me. I just picked it up last minute from the convention because I just wanted to check it out for you guys. I love these very strange, silly products. And it was even in very good condition and in very nice box. Then of course we're going to get the retro toilet paper manuals. This is in Dutch, let's see what kind of languages, and I think this is in French, or yeah, I think it's in French language. So we do have like multi-languages. I'm guessing they were selling it in different regions. I do wonder if this German version also have like their German text on it. So the warranty card is even included, so that's also very cool if you love these things to collect. So then the controller itself, they ripped off the PlayStation controller, but is this the original one? Because the box, yeah, the box did show something differently. That's interesting. And do you know what's even more interesting with this? Does it come with the right connection? Yep, it does have the right connection over here, but look at this. They even have all of the symbols of the PlayStation controller. It's quite sturdy, so I cannot really break it that easy, but also have everything, the shoulder buttons, everything, and the overall quality. It's thin plastic, but it has the rubberized select start. The D-pad doesn't feel that bad. Wow. Quite surprised to be honest. But let's take a close look at all the other stuff. This is the game system, and it comes with an interesting configuration. They have a racing wheel that has a built-in game system. D-pad, so it can also play it like that. Reset, turbo, and of course an LED for powering on, select and start. At the back we're going to get ourselves the option to add ourselves a game. So it came with 99 games, but not built in, because we need to use these weird looking Famicom games. Yeah, this is something they do a lot. I think it was some time ago I mentioned there was one even with, let's say, NES games. It's kind of interesting, sometimes they switch between them, no idea why. The connections, we do have the old school AV out, but even an RF unit. That is something we find very often. The on and off switch over here, input for the power supply, and here we can implement the light gun, oh no, wait, the laser gun, and the extra controller. Nevertheless, it's very cool to see, but it's kind of strange that this thing uses 7.5 volts. That's very strange. That's very strange. There we go. Okay, then we're having the AV out cable, turns into a full SCART. The RF cable, so I'm very surprised that we have everything in the box. Wow, this power supply is huge. Yeah, I know, that's what she said. But nevertheless, this is the 7.5 volt adapter, and it is a very nice quality one. The ones we have seen with the Polystation, all the other weird stuff, most of them are really cheap, very, very cheap quality. This is only be usable for 230 volts. So nowadays we have like the multi-region ones, but that is not the case over here. Then we're having the light gun and the lethal enforcer, that is called, or the laser gun. It's absolutely cheap. I can tell you that. It does have some very lightweight to it. And micro switch, and of course the attachment. I think that is something they did a lot. I think it's just a general mold they had in China, so they slapped this on it. It gives you an extra grip. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Okay, this is what we're going to get inside the box itself. Another thing is interesting, that we're having 99 games built in. Or I said in the beginning of this video there was no built-in games, because we're actually going to get ourselves a Famicom multi-game card. But there are actually built-in games. That is really confusing. The games that are on here are something we haven't seen before. The Olympic 100 Dash, so let's boot it up for fun. It's the same crap that we have seen many times before. Let's reset it, let's go back. FIFA Soccer is just soccer. The boy soccer. What is boy soccer? Okay. World Cup soccer. And they call it boy soccer. Alright, that is all interesting. Let's get into the skeet shooting. And it's all the same game and nonsense. But we do have Kung Fu. That's cool. Is it? Oh yeah. Haha. Oh, and holding this steering wheel makes no sense. One of the things I do notice that every single sound effect is here. Something you don't see very often with these bad Famicom clones. So the overall quality is not bad at all. I just absolutely kicked him in the head and then nothing happened. This game is absolutely bricked. Excited bike. But that's kind of cool. We have all kinds of cool games on here, built in. It makes me wonder what kind of games are we going to get with the multi-game cards. Because I'm so curious what are we actually going to get. And what's kind of cool that we're having just actually a Famicom player here. Let's turn it on. Why? Oh, there we go. Whoa, that is not supposed to be happening. But actually, these are the games that we're going to need for actually using the light gun. So let's switch for fun to the CRT. But on an old school CRT, everything looks so much better. Let's take a close look at the clay shooting game that we tried multiple times on different systems. Let's get myself the light gun. Let's see if this is going to be working at all. Here we go. Ooh. Also, the click is very nice. There we go. Let's try another gun. Oh, this one is absolutely accurate. Come on, another round. Does this thing actually always work or what? Let's see. Okay, now we can actually miss. So it's not like a rigged system whatsoever. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was kind of easy. Let's try another classic game. Okay. This seems to be working fine. Cool. Let's go. Another one. Can I miss? That is the question. Okay, I was just aiming at this point and it's just like shooting the birds. I don't know what's going on. Let's put it a little bit further. Nope, still shoot. What? What the hell? So at the point I'm like shooting at the screen, it always works, or it seems to be. Let's do it from this end. Okay, now I'm missing. Oh. So I'm actually holding a wheel that has a Famicom in the inside. And if you're going to combine this with, for example, the Forever games, the 85201, we have like the ultimate Famicom 8-bit system this way. It's kind of weird playing with a racing wheel, but yeah. Only downside is if you're going to be bumping the cartridge, you're going to have a freezing screen. It's a little bit of a bummer, but that doesn't matter. It's kind of cool. Everything has been set to PAL. Crank up the volume, maybe. Let's go. I don't see myself playing all day like this, but the idea is kind of cool. So we have like a couple of games with the device itself. Oh, this is a very cool part. Let's get myself the upgrade. So cool, now you're going to get yourself the beefy tank. The beefcake tank. Another thing I find very interesting that the D-pad is playing very well. A very comfortable D-pad. As the overall quality of the device is not bad at all. Oh yeah, there we go. We have another star. Oh yeah, baby. Oh mama. Completely overpowered here. There we go. Are we done? I don't need that. Games like this, I cannot stop playing that. Maybe one of the most interesting aspects of this device is that we're going to get a very cool looking controller Famicom hybrid. So I just needed to open it up, and the first thing I'm noticing is that we're having this very thick long ribbon cable. Very glad it is a very long one, simply because otherwise we had a problem like opening it up. So here at the back we're finding the PCB, calls WT994 number 1. So this is having everything, and everything I mean this thing has all of the connections. So connecting the second controller I already shown you before, and the on and off switch. So at the front we're going to get ourselves the Famicom. Yep, this is basically the Famicom in general. And it's quite interesting to see how this thing looks on the inside. But let's take a close look at the other side. What we're going to get actually is a quite interesting construction. One huge PCB that goes all the way in the racing wheel, and that has the communication input for the controller. So we can clearly see this thing is made in 2003, so it's quite old already. So when you're looking at the chip itself, or better said the Famicom, it comes with 2 built-in chips. Here's the A0211, I think it is, or something like that. Doesn't matter, if you're just going to get yourself a very interesting configuration. But let's remove these screws and let's see what we're going to find on the other side. Because this is a very interesting construction, and I really love what they're doing over here. I think it's maybe the most interesting part of this product itself. Let's see where we're going to get the black blobs like always. The capacitors are still in good condition, so that's not going to be giving us a problem anytime soon. This is even already revision number B. But that's basically what we're going to get inside the product itself. I must say the TV action game didn't really disappoint. It's a very nice looking hard piece of hardware, and also like a piece of history when it comes to the weird clones that we have reviewed here on the channel. One of the things I really find cool is that this thing actually plays very nice when it comes to the D-pad. It looks very wiggly and very cheap, but actually when playing I really enjoyed myself some video games. Let me know in the comments what do you think of these weird looking devices. Would you consider picking up? And also, did they even like sell this piece of equipment, the TV game action, in different countries? Thanks for watching, consider subscribing, hit the little bell, and it will be great to see you in the next video.